we're going to have our second poet up of the night. Now, she's just kind of fairly new to reading, so we know how to show our love to people who are fairly new to reading here, don't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. Yes.
Well, we obviously don't. Yeah, so please put your hands together for Sinead Coxhill. Sorry, Sinead. I meant to say, if you've got a little drink token, can you spend it at this bar up here? And also, Eddie over here.
Abby, are e-fags allowed?
What?
Are e-fags allowed? Are e-cigarettes allowed?
Oh, aye, go ahead. As far as I know, they are, aye. Aye, sure, we'll know soon enough. Sorry about this, Sinead. I meant to say also, Eddie here in the corner, give him an ooh. Eddie there is filming everything tonight, hopefully, so just be aware of that. And if you don't want to get filmed, let us know and I'll say Eddie. Sorry, Sinead Coxhill.
You have to be prepared to lose this baby. You have to be prepared to lose this baby. The midwife's words roared in my ears, roared through my whole body. Two midwives stayed with me, holding my hands, murmuring kind words I no longer recall. After a few hours into my labour, a young junior doctor came in. We may be able to stop the contractions by injection. He smiled a reassuring smile. I clung to his words like a drowning man swept against a tree. Everything might still be okay. He left the room, but didn't return. The frustrations of the midwives grew as my contractions grew closer together. Eventually, he returned with a syringe, which he passed to the midwife and left. My legs were clamped together in fear and dread of this birth, which would be a death. The hope the young doctor had brought in had ebbed away, as I imagined that little life would. Soon, it was over. One of the midwives placed his lifeless little body in my arms. He looked beautiful, but his bruised skin told of a painful journey into the world. This poem is called Where I'm From. I am from an Irish Catholic family, the third of six. I am from good farming stock, going back through the generations. I am from two milking cows with heavy udders, and from unpasteurised milk. I am from a baby kid and freshly laid warm brown eggs. I am from a large vegetable garden, lovingly tended by my father, and a potato field where we all joined in the harvesting. I am from the moss, where we worked at getting our turf supply to see us through the winter. I am from the hayfield, where my father and I built the hay bales together. I am from other words too, but this word formed my core. A bird flew down the chimney in my parents' room, swooping around disorientated. We managed to let a safely fly from the window. My father's heels spread flying free. It made my mother smile. You knew the time was short and wanted to be at home for those last days. I travelled back in the ambulance with you, soothing you, holding your hand. It won't be long now, we're at the crossroads. Those days at home were a constant struggle, your fight for breath painful to hear, amidst the domestic sounds of teacups, news on TV. We sat with you night and day until the final time. Your brother John sat with you and then came through to make tea. I went to sit by your side, and within a few minutes you were gone from me. The painful breathing soothed. We cleared the rooms ready for the wake. A bird flew down the chimney in my parents' room, swooping around disorientated. We managed to let it safely fly from the window. My father's healed spirit flying free had made my mother smile. On Easter Sunday we visited the Coca-Cola River of childhood. The water flows brown and peaty. It carries its way through the bottom of our field, marking out the end of our farm, flowing around gorse and fast over pebbles. We wondered how much its course had altered through the decades since childhood, when we splashed through it, pulling at the iciness on our toes, and then at the tingle we felt in our feet when we stepped out onto the bank and the blood flow was excited. I remember as a child falling in, squashing home, sneaking into the house to quickly get changed and conceal evidence of the accident. The Coca-Cola River, froth and soft brown water of my childhood, a place where childhood secrets are hidden. I'd like to finish off with just one more poem called Walking. I walk along the beach, memorising lines of poetry as I walk. The movement of the waves is the backdrop to my memory, scarcely impinging on my consciousness, like soft music with the volume turned low. Around me, lone walkers, dog walkers, couples, joggers are additional actors in this drama. The beach, a Jackson Pollock canvas of footprints, paw prints, hoof prints, scratched marks. The wind whips tears from my eyes as I continue walking. Thank you.
Hey, Sinead Coxhill! So yeah, we are dedicated to all forms of the verbal and written arts here. So if you are a rapper, a writer, any kind, you will be welcome on this stage. Guaranteed to get a supportive and listening audience now. I asked this a wee while ago, but I'd just like to ask it again because I noticed a new person came into the room. Is there anyone who did their homework? You know, the short bit Melanie. You get an extra drink token because you're the only... Oh! There's Frank Rafferty. Is there anyone who did their homework? You bastard. You bastard, Frank. Melanie, well done. You get your wee extra ticket in a minute, love. You are top of the class. So our creative writing challenge this month was to use the line, the short and ultimately unfulfilling life of a pie in whatever way you wanted. So I did my homework and I ended up writing this thing, which I think I'll read in two halves because it's a bit long to read in one half, but if I get to the end of the first half and you decide you're dying for me to go on, sure, you can ask me to them, right? This is prose. I'm not going to do any spoken word this week. I wanted to bring out some of the prose stuff I do because, you know me, I get bored wild easily, so I'm a bit fed up of doing spoken word at the minute. So I've decided to crack. John, am I popping that mic? Am I popping it now?
No.
Okay, I'm just standing like this. Right, so this is called Meat Suits and it's prose. So what has happened in this story is that Rudy is a famous cartoonist. He's like a working class kid and he's since become a famous cartoonist and he's become well known for this cartoon that he used to draw called Meat Suits. And he's decided that he wants to find the old lecturer who inspired his comic and he's remembering the incident that sparked everything off. So that's basically what happened. Today, class, said the lecturer, we're going to be talking about harm. The philosophy of harm. I thought she said ham. Even after the synapses had reignited and reassembled, what she actually meant, I couldn't stop thinking about the lecture hall being filled with sows. All talking. No, not even talking. Discussing. And thinking so deeply about shit that even their eyes had died. Nell, my best partner in shenanigans, had double-loaded the joint we smoked at the river before class by accident. Well, she said it was an accident. We spent most of our degree down by that river, chatting and wondering and dreaming. Carved our names into the tree bark, Rudy, August, Nell, Creetown crew, all that. We were both in the same town, though we'd never actually met before uni, and we became each other's force fields on a brand new planet. I couldn't bear to look at anyone. Every time I did, I just saw hams with faces. It fucked some of my mates off no end, me blending pigs and hams, but that's what was in there, pig hams. Kitted out in their student regalia, scribbling shite we'd never read again into ornate notebooks that, hopefully, someday somebody would uproot from the depths of some old field. A couple of farmers would discover the philosophy of ham, and we'd all be revered in our graves. Divine comedy. My stomach and face muscles contorted until I was in agony. My Adam's apple was choking me. The beast of impropriety was stirring. I felt Nell pick up the signal without either of us looking at each other or opening our mouths. That happened a lot between us. Nell was thinking the same. About pigs who had developed a philosophical consciousness. That was the end of it. The beast broke out of us both at the same time, and we sat convulsing at the end of the middle row. It was that kind of mortifying hilarity that makes you hate yourself. Our lecturer was new to the job. A woman in her early 50s who spoke in double time and couldn't look at people. At first she seemed oblivious to us. She continued on talking in sentences that sounded more unnatural and textbook-like the longer myself and Nell fought with the beast of impropriety in the middle row. The class got fidgety. They wanted to laugh, I could feel it, but they found humour immature.